Hello, everyone. My name is Emmanuel Williams. I am the Community Justice and Equity Coordinator for Black United Fund. This video, I am going to give a somewhat brief, as brief as possible, demonstration on signing up for an LLC, registering an LLC, your business, with the Secretary of State here in Oregon. All right. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right. So what you want to do when you're registering your business, starting your LLC, you want to go to the Secretary of State website. All right. So you go to the website and you hit this button right here, register a business. So let's do that. And then when you're registering your business, you go to new user. And it's very simple. You just start filling in your information. So I have my own character that I've created, Jack Black. You put your name, address, all that good stuff. Let me change this to Portland. Abbreviation in there. You have your email address, and then you create your own username, password. So it's very simple. It's like sign up for Instagram, right? So let's create a username. Let's see, Blackjack. No. Boom. Username, password, a simple password. What's your question? First grade teacher, mothers, be good. Model. All right. All right. So very simple. So you start there, you create your own username and password, because every time you come to the Secretary of State website, you will log in that way. Very simple. And then every time you need to pay your annual business tax, which is like $100 a year, you just come to the website, username and password. All right, actually, correction. I know I said business tax. It's not business tax. It's business registration. I want to have the terminology correct. Your taxes obviously is going to be a function of your profit and loss, your revenue and your expenses. So, but your business registration is going to cost $100 now when you get finished, and then typically, and for years, for at least 20 years that I've had experience starting businesses, the business registration fee in Oregon is $100, and it's just an annual fee. So that's that. Let's get back to it. I would say as you're doing this, if you guys have, Google Suite, just use Google, go ahead and create a Google Doc. Boom. All right. Business registration. Username. Jack. Password. Save that, right? Boom. And title, bam. All right, there we go. Now back to this. So now let's go ahead and move forward. Register a business. I'm going to go ahead and choose your business name. All right. So I'll do this for LLC. LLC is just a basic business registration. If you're just individual, you don't have any partners, you're not necessarily looking to do a corporation where you have shares and all that, you're just starting your business, the easiest way to start is a domestic LLC, limited liability company. All right. So we'll start there. Okay, boom. So very simple, you just go through the steps, right? So now we're going to create our business name. So our business name is going to be Community Justice Equity See. All right. Check name availability. See what we got. Appears to be available. All right, so you always want to check and make sure that the name is available. So it's there. We're good to go. So we can close out of that page and go back here. All right, activity. So you want to put in your activity description to describe the type of business activity. You don't have to be super firm in exactly what it is, because obviously they let you enter it. But you do want it to be in the vein of what you're going to do. All right, so let's go ahead and put in an activity description. Um, all right. And then when it says duration, there's an option of perpetual, or this business entity will dissolve on a certain date. Keep it simple. Just go ahead and do perpetual. Basically, your business will end if you don't pay your $100 taxes. They will, they'll automatically dissolve your business. So as long as you keep paying your annual $100, however much the tax revenue is at the time, you keep paying that at the time that they requested, your business will continue to stay open and be on the books as according to the Secretary of State. All right, and then business email. Go ahead and put in whatever email account you want to use. Obviously, mailing address, very simple. You put in your address. I've already done this before as a test run, so a lot of the stuff is gonna autofill for me just for the sake of time. Daytime contact with yourself. Let's see. Fake number there. Boom. So let's go next, or let's go continue. All right, now notification options. Oh, for future filings, would you like to autofill? Oh, good thing we ran through that. So I was trying to figure out what happened, but this what happened. It asked for autofill. Cool. We good. All right. So it's going to ask you your notification options. This is totally up to you as far as what is the best way for them to get a hold of you so that you can stay up to date on whatever they need you to stay up to date on. My personal preference is to do a combination of email and paper. Sometimes you're going to lose the email. Sometimes you might lose the paper in the mail, or you might rip it up because it looks like a bill collector and you didn't know it's Secretary of State, right? So always say do both. Why not? All right. Boom. All right, next up, we have jurisdiction and physical location. So this is just, a lot of the stuff is going to be repetitive when you're filling this out. But thank God for autofill, right? On my autofill, I abbreviated Portland, but it'll ask you to correct that at the end. So I'll just do that right now. Maybe it'll save that. All right. Pretty simple, right? Okay, so let's go to register agent. Now, register agent, you can have someone else to be if you have like a full-time business manager, or someone, maybe a whole, like typically, like if this was a nonprofit organization, you have your fiscal sponsor, someone that is handling the finances, and you don't have your 501c3. So you have them handle your paperwork and handle your finances. But this is not that situation. You are your own business. You are an entrepreneur. So for clarity and just for simplicity, register yourself as the registered agent. Okay. So let's do that. I'm going to ask for address, name, all of that. All right. So that's done. What's next? Organizers. There must be at least one organizer entered. Let that be you. Let's keep it simple. Oh, very simple. All right, individuals with direct knowledge. The individual with direct knowledge is the name and address of at least one individual who is a member or manager of the LLC or authorized representative with direct knowledge of the operations and business activities of the limited liability company. There must be at least one individual with direct knowledge entered. Additional individual with direct knowledges, that's weird, direct knowledges, may be added. So if you have a partner, you can, if it's two of you going in on the business, one of you can be the primary registered agent, and maybe someone else can be the individual with direct knowledge, or you can have multiple individuals with direct knowledge if you have multiple partners. But if it's just you, you would just go ahead and put yourself. All right. Very simple. Boom. Look at that. We over halfway done. All right. Statement of management. Member managed by one or more members. Member managed by one or more managers. Let's just say it's just you. Member managed by one or more members. I would just say do member based instead of manager based. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't really know what the manager's role is supposed to be and how to explain that. I know that the member is you. All right. So keep it simple. Professional services rendered. Will this limited liability company render a professional service or services? It's a good question. I've never went yes on this, but let's try it. Oh, actually, I have one yes on this. Okay, so boom. So now you pick if you are doing a professional service, then you go through the list. Accountants, acupuncturists, architects, attorneys, chiropractors, dentists, engineers, landscape architects, naturopaths, nurse practitioners, physicians, podiatrists, psychologists, radiologic technologists, real estate appraisers, other. If you don't fall under this and you don't have a licensed profession that you're operating under, you can do no, okay? And then we have optional provisions. The company elects to indemnify its members, managers, agents liability for related expenses. The company is a benefit company. It's optional. If it doesn't apply, if it don't make sense, you don't know what they're talking about. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't really know what they're talking about as far as the company electing to indemnify its members, managers, employees, and agents for liability and related expenses. We can click on that to see what that's about. Indemnification is a way to provide limited liability protection to the people whose role is to actively manage, operate, or oversee a company. A structure such as a corporation or limited liability company provides its shareholders or owners with limited liability protection from debts that exceed their investment in the company. Because those limited liability protections may not automatically extend to people filing the roles of directors, officers, managers, or employees, many companies choose to adopt an indemnification provision in the article of incorporation or articles of organization as a way to shield them from liability. In many cases, the shareholders or owners are filing these roles and may benefit from the additional protections that an indemnification provision provides. Get professional advice. The Secretary of State recommends consulting an attorney for legal advice when setting up a new company or looking at options to protect your business from risk and liability. That is very good, very helpful. So I think that's a good idea. It sounds like it's going to protect us from any additional liability. Let's say you took out a few loans and weren't able to pay them back because the company went under. Technically, you know, when you take out a loan or you have a credit card under your business, it doesn't fall on your personal credit report. However, when, if and or when um, the business dissolves, that bank can go after the person as opposed to the company, because the company is a separate person at this point. But if the company fails, the debts are outstanding, they can't come toward you. This indemnification sounds like protection. So we're gonna go forward with that. But it's optional. You don't have to do it. If you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. If you want to consult an attorney, feel free to do so. All right. So look, we're almost done. Look at this. We're pretty much done. So now this is a review of everything that we just did. Now let's go back, right? So we didn't put initial member managers. Now I'm trying to remember why we didn't do that. Adding initial member or managers. All right, so let's say we did yes. We should do yes. It's good that good that we just reviewed this. So when it comes to initial member manager, enter yourself as the initial member. Boom. As follows. Save. Because it seems like that will be required when you open a bank account. So we'll do that. We'll do that. All right. So let's continue. Okay. Continue. I have verified my application and know that changes required after submission may result in additional charges. All right. Boom. Signature. Organizer. Jack Black. I declare under penalty of perjury that a document does not fraudulently conceal, fraudulently obscure, fraudulently read that. Okay. But top of my name, electronic signature. I'm agreeing to conduct business electronically with the state of Oregon. I understand that transactions and or signatures and records may not be denied legal effect solely because they are conducted, executed, or prepared in electronic form. And that if a law requires a record or signature to be in writing, an electronic record or signature satisfies that requirement. All right, so you e-sign, boom, submit. And you seal the deal with your $100 payment. Okay. Boom. You go ahead and move forward. Now, I'm not going to do this. This is not real business. And I'm not going to perjure and do all those things that we just read, right? So, but this is how you set up your business. You pay, you submit, and there's going to be an articles of incorporation. It's going to have your business name on there. And so you save that PDF, create a folder, save that PDF. And just like that, you are official. You are a recognized business of the state. Not you, your business is fully recognized. And so now you have literally just given birth to a separate entity, a separate individual. And now take care of your baby. Do your baby right. Make sure you save that PDF. That's the birth certificate. All right. Next video, we're going to work on signing up for an EIN, employer identification number. That's basically your business's or your baby's social security number. But social security number for business is EIN instead of SSN. So check that out on the next video. Peace and blessings. If you have any questions or you would want any further consultation, any questions around your business, setting up your business, any type of sustainability, technical assistance, whatever you need, feel free to contact us. Email us justiceandequity@bufor.org. Once again, justiceandequity@bufor.org. Appreciate you.